All right, everyone. Let's get this going here. Let's get the live subscriber count up for Nano Aquatics. Let me know in the chat. Let me go ahead and start the live video on Instagram. And everyone in the chat, let me know if you can hear me in the chat, if the audio is working, because you all know I have an awesome time with audio. So let's get that going. Give me a thumbs up or a yes, you hear me, or whatever in the chat, and then I'll know that everything is going well. You can hear me? By the way, you're listening. All right, you can hear me. Good. And by the way, there is a link to Nano Aquatics. That's my featured channel of the night. Nano Aquatics. Started noticing him on Instagram. He would send me a DM and he would send me a DM whenever he was going live on Instagram, and he's definitely good and cool server. But before I go any further, I really have to give a huge thank you in this camera here. Huge thank you to Rob Hicks of Rob Hicks Aquariums. Just sent me a very generous, uncalled for, unexpected gift on my PayPal.me. Which is super awesome. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, Rob. That was way more than what anyone should ever do. I mean, I'm really excited. I don't show it very often, but I am definitely excited. So thank you, Rob. I hope that I don't disappoint in this live stream. My entire purpose of this live stream tonight. Hello, Ben Border. Hope New Hampshire is treating you well. Anyways, the entire point of this is live stream is to try to get Nano Aquatics some more subscribers. I posted a link in the chat. I'll go ahead and post it again in the chat to make sure everyone that's here can see it, can click on it. We're shopping today and we almost bought. I do not need any more fish tanks. I called forth all the work you put into your channel. Well, I thank you, Rob. I have been putting more work into it recently because I finally started editing my videos, which is it's fun at this point. It is a lot of work. My local fish store Saturday video I put up this past Saturday, obviously. That took me 3.5 or 4 hours to edit that 13-minute video. Put it all together, but I had fun. It was a good way to help out. The link didn't work. All right, let me try this then. Let me go actually search for him manually then. That's the hard way. I was going to try and track how many I got, but obviously, oh, there's one more sub to him right there. Sorry for my arm in the camera. Sorry for that, but let me just find him here. Aquatics. And hopefully this should work. There it is. Whoa, I think that's him right there. You got what I'm seeing on here. No, that's not it. That's not it. Shoot. All right, let me try this. Control V. Let's go there. Make sure I didn't miss too much chat. Hello everyone in Instagram world. Something's wrong. Oh, no Aquatics. Let me go to Bitly and go find it there. 24. I think it was 22 earlier. Should be working. Let me go here. Let's try this. Control V. Sorry, because I guess I should have tested this earlier on. 25, 26. I think I brought him 4 subs. That's awesome. Here's the actual. Let me test this. Control C. There we go. If you all saw the setup I have for the chat to go, and thank you, Priscilla. Here it is right here. There's the real one. There's the actual link right there. That's actually working. Yes, Priscilla gave the right one. So hopefully that is getting him. So Nano is in the chat. Let's see here. Yes, Nano Aquatics is in the chat now. So anyways, let me talk about Nano Aquatics really quick. What was it? Hello, sir. So anyways, Nano Aquatics DM'd me on Instagram a few weeks ago to tell me he was going live, wanted to show me his fish tanks. He has a few fish tanks in his room, which I certainly can relate to because that's what I had in the house I grew up in my parents' house that I grew up in. I had 4 10-gallons, 2 20 longs, and a 55 all in my bedroom, so I completely get where he's coming from. He just got some, I think he's talking about getting some shrimp here pretty soon. He does have some videos of his fish tanks, but the purpose of this is I really want to reach out to help the next generation of fish keepers to help to keep this awesome hobby going. And one way that we can do that is by subscribing and showing them support that way. And hopefully I can bring in at least 10 subs tonight. I don't have a dare tonight set up. If I get him 10 more subs, then I'll eat some air, obviously, is what I'm going to do. Sounds like, maybe like 3 months' time. Yeah. So, $100 a sub. Now, he's I think about the age of my students. That's how I think I can relate to him pretty well. So that's really cool. I've been talking on Instagram with a local, not local, but a high school student in the somewhat local area, and it's definitely pretty cool to help the next generation. Because the way that I see it in a lot of things in life, it is super important to, you know, to have people that are higher up than you, that are better, more established, more experienced, more experience in things, um, and then and then be in the middle, and at the same time have people that are less experienced than you, that you can help. So you get help, you get advice from people higher up, more established, more experienced than you, and you kind of pay it forward to those that are less experienced than you. Guppies usually have fry every month or so, about every 28 days, because they're about on a lunar cycle. Zach, my favorite fish right now is a pisto, any kind of a pisto species. I am a Pistogramma cockatodes orange flash are breeding like crazy. That's pretty exciting. And I did just find tonight an aquatic jack knows what this is. But I did have a aquatic creature I just found some babies, which I will not mention its name because aquatic jack, I did some further research, and what I was talking about earlier is definitely true. What Milan was talking about in Click and Fish was also true. So, as I start doing your work, Mom, very new. Yeah, you definitely want to stay away from babies whenever you're sick. It's definitely okay. I wish, is there a way I can like kick people out on Instagram? Guppies, yeah, guppies. I do like guppies. Hi, SCJ squad. There's the rabbit tanks to you. 28. Yes, you have a new video coming. That's pretty exciting. So yeah, definitely go subscribe to Nano Aquatics. He's got a new video coming out. That is pretty exciting. Are those the celestial pearls? So yes, good question. In the background of my YouTube live stream, actually has much better looking stuff than just. I mean, my shrimp tank is nice. Don't get me wrong. I do like that, and I'm trying to get some brine shrimp going here. Got some micro worms right here, and anyway, some other 10 gallons. But in the Anyways, on YouTube, yes, I do have um, that is the Celestial Pearl Danios in the background on there. Um, so let's see. Rob Hicks said he went to his new LFS today, and he wants all the guppies you can give him. Yes, if you can, all the guppies. He didn't even care. Jack, yes. If but Henry, let's not ask for subs. Just be cool, be chill in the chat, and participate in the chat, and people will naturally subscribe to you. So don't be asking for subs too much. So anyways, but yeah, Rob, that's really awesome that your local fish store wants all the guppies that you can breed, because that's going to be easy, especially if you start, when you start breeding outside again and the summer tubbing season starts up again. But I mean, my local fish store, Click and Fish, they gave me some pretty good tips. I was in there on Friday, obviously, the day before the local fish store Saturday video came out. Oh my gosh, can I like report this person? What is going on? Report, comment. Hold on a second. Let me try this here. So, yeah, Rob, that's really cool. Anyways, my local fish store, click on fish, and there's a link down below this video to their store. They told me that what sells best for them is uh, dark strains of guppies, black Moscows, obviously, things like that. Because I was asked them about the blonde guppies that I have, and they said that yeah, I don't know if I can have mods on Instagram, but anyways, they said that blonde guppies, that darker guppies tend to sell better, tend to be more interesting for people, uh, and so that's why I'm gonna go for them. It makes sense. Hey, if that's what they want, then that's what I mean. It's guppies, of course. Love breeding the guppies. Aquatic Jack found a 300-gallon stock tank. Yeah, that'd be pretty exciting. Um, I'm with you. One fish, two fish. Tubbing season can't get here fast enough. I have that 100-gallon stock tub that Aquatic Jack gave to me before he moved. I'm going to be trying some. To put some air stones in them this summer. Last summer it was completely unfiltered, basically. Aquatics is also on Instagram too. But yeah, I tried without any filtration last year, and sorry about this. Sorry, Instagram. So, but yeah, I'm gonna try that out. I have some air stones in there. I'll have a lot more aquatic plants at the beginning of the summer, even. I will have some more floating aquatic plants. What I mean, duckweed, obviously, salvinia. What else do I have? Water lettuce, which I'm hoping to breed. 'Cause I know I said I was gonna give some to West Virginia Fishkeeper, I think, and someone else. I forget who I said I was gonna send some uh, water lettuce to. 5 Oscars plus heaps more. It's pretty awesome. Oscars are pretty nice. We need for 2 of them. The bigger the tank, the better when it comes to Oscars. They would probably need, like, I would say 125 gallon. Yeah, so Jack, my solar powered air pump last year, it didn't fully work. So that's my review of the Amazon solar powered air stone, because it did not work past like a day or two. Um, I think it's because the solar power charges it up, and then you're supposed to be able to run it. But I thought it would be able to run constantly on the uh, solar power. So, a few things I wanted to talk about tonight. Obviously, go subscribe to Nano Aquatics. I'll put his link in the chat once again to everybody that's stopping by that's new. Love my content, breeding super reds for life. Yeah, Brick Aquatics. My super reds are getting bigger slowly but surely. The one dominant male, I guess you would say, hello fishy. Um, I'll have to look into that. The solar powered airstone from Home Depot. I'll have to definitely look into that then. Uh, Davey, Dave, I was just thinking about you this morning, how you were the one who originated. Dave is on deck, everyone. He's on deck on Instagram. Dave, I was just thinking about you this morning. You're the one that originated the term fish fam, or at least you're the one I give credit to. How I definitely miss seeing you around in live streams. I definitely miss seeing your live streams because honestly, I was thinking about the some of the hashtags that we use in your live streams on Friday nights uh, that I will not say here right now because it's way too early in the night, way too early in the week. There, but but yeah, that's lights went out 9:30. Yep. So yeah, Dave, definitely been missing seeing you around, seeing your live streams. Hope everything is going well for you. I do like to check out your videos whenever you post them, so definitely keep those coming so I can still keep up and everything. Uh, Getting your oh yeah. So yeah, I give away free guppies to anybody that's local. Free mud guppies at least to anybody that's local. Might even be giving away some free blonde guppies here pretty soon to local people as well. Because I don't think I can even sell mud guppies at my local fish club auctions on the monthly ones. Find an air pump used and put a plastic container. Yeah, Rob, I had it in a plastic container, um, but um, it just didn't work. So I had the solar part out, obviously, so that the sun could get through to the solar panel, obviously, and then the plastic thing was in the shade, so it didn't get too hot, and it just stopped working. I guess it could have been the heat. Everyone, Dave from Dave Betancourt's Aquarium says hi to the fish fam. Wants to let everyone know a 13-hour shift. That is crazy. I don't think I've worked a 13-hour. Well, I've had a few days where I had parent-teacher conferences on the same day that I had a, regular teaching day. So that was a pretty long day. Yeah, I've had pretty close to those, but 13-hour day is crazy. So, growing out Oscars in a 55 and upgrade tanks to 75 and 120 for a pair, but I go bigger just because, yeah, that's definitely a good way to go. LJ is finally here. Hey, Luke. Yeah, LJ is here. Good to see LJ. Hope you're feeling better and everything's healing up, and hope Logan's healing up fine. Hope he isn't hanging from any chandeliers in your house. Pulled at 18 working for a trucking company when UPS was on strike. That would be pretty nuts. Yeah, see you tomorrow. Um, so 73 hours last week alone on work. Yeah, you gotta take a. That's crazy. My dad, when I was growing up, would work 80 hours a week in the summertime because he's an air conditioning mechanic. And that's what put food on my table and a roof over my head when I was growing up. So I do appreciate that, but that is one of the main reasons I became a teacher, so that I could spend time with my kids and stay at home with them, and have the same hours as they do, basically. So, LJ, a fishy question? What? We don't have fishy questions? No, yeah, please ask a fishy question. 181 to you, LJ. I don't know. How do you guys stream on both platforms? Well, on Instagram, I have 5 people watching right now, so it's not too many comments. So 7 tonight. Well, thank you, Mary Beth. I hope your day at work was nice today. You're thirsty? That's it? It's not too bad then. But LJ, it is nice to see you around in the live stream again. I have missed seeing you for the past few weeks. Uh, yes. Uh, SCJ, that would be best. But I can talk more about that tomorrow. Lumpy Dog's in the house. Lumpy Dog, there's no clown sightings in the video right now, but I've got to watch from this corner. It's very strategic. I can see every window in this room, and so I can keep my eye out for any clowns. So I'm feeling like crumbs missed. Yeah. So LJ, what's your question, by the way, before I forget? So I was talking about the other things I want to talk about, but of course I got sidetracked. And I know Chris from Multi Addiction says I need to keep a script, but if I read off of a script, I'll start stuttering, which is going to be really bad. It'll turn a 1 hour live stream into like 4 hours that no one would watch. Like no one would ever watch the live or recordings. Beta fry are still tiny despite being over 2 months old. With a green water, yes, green water is beneficial for fry because that has infusoria in it that they can eat and but the best way, according to Click and Fish and basically everyone, to add size onto them quickly is baby brine shrimp. But I know your luck with baby brine shrimp is not always the best, especially when you have people pet sitting for you. But baby brine shrimp apparently can grow them quickly so they can eat bigger foods and they can then therefore, how you would say that, they can then eat bigger foods and grow even faster. So it's kind of almost like an exponential thing that happens then. So on Instagram, I look skinnier, and on YouTube, I look pretty chubby, which I know I'm not skinny, but just saying like the angles here. LJ says her tank is super green, water parameters are decent, and you just don't know why they're tiny. Yeah, I'm with you, LJ, because my one of my let's see, one of my Pistogramma cockatoides, double red fried, the only one that survived, is still rather small in my opinion. Uh, so, oh, it's right here, Glenn. There you go. I think he's about your age or maybe a little bit younger. But thank you, Crumbs606. I appreciate the subscribe there. There's my dog trying to act ferocious to probably one of my neighbors. All right. Sorry, it's opening my thing. Been grinding up frozen brine shrimp, and they hooked it. All right, 31. I guess there's Flynn sub. So Nano Aquatics. There's one more sub. You have Flynn's Fish Forum to thank for that. So I'm pretty sure. Fishing for bluegill yesterday, and a 17-inch 2 to 4 pound bass ate a 6-incher. Well, that's a pretty good story then, the fishy. If you caught a bass on a bluegill, and that's a pretty big one. Try to give them flake and dried. They love bubble. Then keep feeding them bug bites. It gets them growing. But yeah, Anik was the one that said that brine shrimp was what caused them to grow so they can eat bigger food. So definitely go with a brine shrimp. We always know. Um, we always know that brine shrimp are the most nutritionally uh, beneficial for the fish until brine shrimp become way easier to hatch. Yeah, I'm with you because I'm trying to hatch one right here, but I don't think it's going to be very successful. So far it's just a big mess. That's my DIY brine shrimp hatchery. Thank you, LJ, for timing out that person. Cannot get bug bites in Australia because of quarantine laws, because apparently bug bites of fish food is going to cause some big massive outbreak of the oh my gosh, what's what I'm looking for? Of the invasive species of Sasquatches, probably. That's what's going to happen. Laws, please. Do I have more light? The light just went off, LJ, like 10 minutes ago. But yes, I just started the culture about a few 2 hours ago. Hey, the buoy. Yeah, it just turned off on the 'cause it's on a timer. Um, oh, 24/7. All right, I can leave this light on. I'll show you this light. There you go. There's this light. Check out this awesome lighting. How's that for some nice quality, good-looking stuff? That's pretty good. Don't worry, this is a compact fluorescent, so it's not hot. It's warm. It's not going to burn me though. Do Oscars and Jack Dempsey cichlids do good with each other? From what I think and understand, as long as they are the same size, I would think so, yes. Aquatic Jack just confirmed that for me. Dumble-eared guppies. Yeah, Luke, slow it down on buying all the guppy strains there. Like, do one at a time and, sell and reinvest. Gonna get 20 long for 15 bucks. That's a great deal. Let me know where you got that deal from. So I can go get the same deal. Guy agrees. That's an awesome deal then. Yeah. 15, that's like less than $1 a gallon, but just here's the only caveat I would say, which I know you understand what I'm saying when I say caveat because you're so smart. Uh, all right. Well, I like to call people by their channel name because that way it gives you free advertising for your channel so people can know who I'm talking about, and it kind of builds people's channels up. So, anyways, just be careful. Be buoy with check it for leaks first. So do a water leak test. Uh, just test for leaks in your own first. Go put it in your driveway. Turn the hose on. Fill it up. Check for any bubbles. Check for any leaks. And if it is good, then bring it inside. Um, hey, yeah. There's that green terror the same size and he died in a fight with the Dempsey. Yeah. I'll talk about anyone has a suggestion for good short notice East Coast weekend getaways. Uh, there is always the place that Dirty Dancing was filmed at Mountain Lake. There's also Smith Mountain Lake that's a little bit further out, but Mountain Lake is not too far. Yeah, if he has more of them, definitely in the future, DM me his info or whatever, because that's pretty pretty cool. It's a pretty cool deal. That's better than $1 per gallon. Um, Yeah, the West Coast. Yeah, LJ, go to the West Coast. That's a nice short-term thing, but self-tough. Don't overfill the aquarium. Don't overflow the aquarium. Don't forget about the aquarium. Can't overflow the aquarium. Oh, look, something shiny. Yeah, Lumpy Dog. I did that yesterday. I was doing a kind of a water change with these 1 gallon things right here, which this is kind of actually a spoiler alert for my water change Wednesday video right here with what's in here right now. Uh, have a good night, Crumbs. Um, anyways, I was doing a water change with one of those, and I do it super ridiculously simple. Check out my high class fancy water change system on a small scale. Uh, uh, this is a straw from Sheets and some airline tubing. I put the airline tubing in the tank and I put the straw down in the wherever the water is going to go to, um, and I siphon it out and it slowly comes out. So yeah, that's where I got distracted, Lumpy Dog, and had water, just a small puddle, like enough for a paper towel to wipe up. Yeah, definitely. I agree. Mount Vernon, like DC area, lots of stuff there is really good short notice. I hope it helps, LJ. But uh, V Bowie, yeah, I did. And it's not It's not the one that my school feeds into, but it is the high school with the same name. Sound of water running onto the floor. I know it's like that, and a tank busting is like, ooh, the worst sounds. The worst sounds I've heard. Yeah, definitely a horrible sound there. It happens to 3 nearby counties. Yeah, I know. There, well, because we all went today for President's Day, which was my students were thought that going to school today would have offended George Washington. That was their protest. Like George Washington would be upset that we are going to school on his birthday, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure George Washington would have want the students of his country that he helped find, uh, start to go to school and get a good education. I'm gonna put a link to Nano Aquatics once again in the chat because nobody else coming around to help build him. I have brought him 10 more subs tonight, so I hope that that does help. Help him get some more. But hey, I brought him a third of his subscribers in, at this point, less than 30 minutes. So salt is corrosive. Yeah, 125 gallon salt tank bust on Friday. That's no good. My dad, I was managing a 75-gallon tank for him in his office. This was years ago. Um, yeah, Henry, I'd rather tell that in person. I don't want to talk about it on the stream here. But all right, someone else just subbed. That's awesome. But yeah, I was managing my dad's 75-gallon. I had 3 Pacu that were like uh, 10 to 12 inches or so. Had an electric catfish. That was really cool. I had a Jack Dempsey in there. I had a Synodonis catfish. I think that was about it. And the Pacu would always jump out. Uh, my dad would usually catch them in time and be able to put them back in. But one time he came in to find them on the floor and they were done for. That was after a weekend. So, and he even put like sheet metal lids on top and they still busted out. Um, Yeah, Jack, I would guess that you're in Washington State. I guess they don't have to use a lot of salt in the roads because they don't get a lot of snow. Wow, that's you haven't driven so long. The battery in your car died. That is pretty bad. I had that happen to my truck that I got, but I didn't. I only drove it for like 2 gas tanks in like 1 year. So planning to keep an arrow on again. Do you think culling guppies? Yeah. Do I think it's cruel? No. I think it's called the food chain. So sorry. I'm all about like tough love and the food chain and natural selection and stuff. I know guppies aren't really naturally in the same area in as arowanas are, but or, no arowanas because I know arowanas come from South America maybe, um, but no, I don't think it's cool at all. I think it's a good way. I think it's a productive way of culling guppies. I think the only way that you should cull guppies is the Instagram live stream still up. If so, what's the link to it? Oh, my Instagram live stream is on my Instagram at MrScienceGeek. Yeah, that would be cool, LJ. Um, but yeah, I think that feeding guppies to a larger fish guppy culls to a larger fish is the most productive way of doing a fish cull other than selling them or giving them away to a local hobbyist, or I give them away to my students, anyone in the local area that wants free guppies. I will give them free mutt guppies. Um, it's always raining. Yeah, if you aren't going, yes. How many clubs that aren't the height of yuckiness? Yeah. Do I think we'll have any more snow days in Virginia? I think there's a maybe a chance in March, but I'm not very hopeful for it. I don't think it's very likely. I don't think it's very likely. But historically speaking, it does sometimes snow in March in Virginia, so there's still a chance. So it's like 1 in a million. So you're saying there's a chance. Yeah, V boy. So the thing is that you can't use you, you can't use a short-term weather conditions like over a span of a month time to either prove or disprove a entire climate. So when either side says, "Oh look, it's really cold for 2 weeks," those people can't say, "Hey, this disproves climate change." Whereas people that are for climate change that believe in it, they can't say that, "Oh, hey, it's been above 100 for a week, so this is absolute proof that it's climate change." Exactly, Lumpy Dog, it is weather versus climate. Um, and so here's what I will say: Chasing Coral documentary on Netflix absolutely is an amazing documentary to watch. I don't want to get political or controversial here uh, about it, but coral dying because they are surrounded by water and the temperature is rising to the point that it would be like us having a fever nonstop, and eventually we would die as well. Okay, something's just happening. I guess the video reset on YouTube, the loop. I don't know what's going on, but there we go. I think it should be working better now. Yeah, Chasing Coral. Look it up on Netflix. It's great. It's not great, it's sad, but it really makes you think about stuff. I was watching Bill Nye Saves the World on Netflix, but whoo, he's gotten full of himself. Hoodies are pretty comfortable. Hello, Patricia. Have Netflix up right now. Yeah, definitely go check it out. Climate change is historically proven. Switching questions, how much? Yeah, that's absolutely true, Lumpy Dog. Climate change is historically proven fact. What's in question is how much man is contributing to its rate of change. That is true. Like, no question about that. Climate of the Earth has changed over the history of the Earth. We've had ice ages, we've had not ice ages. We've had many ice ages, we've had not ice ages. And right now, we are not in an ice age. So, therefore, since the time of the last ice age, or the mini ice age, the climate has warmed up. Is this cooler than when it has been at some point in the Earth's history? Yes, it is cooler. Is it warmer than it was at some point in the Earth's history? Yes, it is warmer. But as Lumpy Dog said, the big question is how much of an impact do humans have on it? And that is the question. So, thank you, Lumpy Dog, for summing it up very well. Catch up on Star Trek Discovery, your 2 episodes down. My favorite fish, Scarlet Batis. Yeah, I wish I had more than just one. When did I get one? I got it back in last spring. I got it from Azalea Aquariums, actually, my other local fish store. That's actually closer to me. I go there about once a week just to go look and go get some. Hello, Captain Savage. Welcome to the Instagram stream. But I go to get blackworms from there as well. Is where I go on a weekly basis. Although Click and Fish does sell live blackworms now, I think from what they said a while back, they are definitely further away, so it's more difficult for me to be able to get away from the family for as long. Though this past week I did bring my daughter with me, so that made it a little bit better. Yeah, you're right. Azalea does not have a grilled cheese store right next door. I saw that, LJ, and I was like, that's where I'm going next time. But LJ, what did I get? My daughter and I, we got pretzels because mall pretzels are where it's at. I'm sorry. Mall pretzels are just the best. Mall pretzels and a Mountain Dew, at a Reese's, and that's just a full out meal. And that explains this right here. Um, mm, yeah, betas will eat any kind of uh, fish that they can fit in their mouth. I don't, I don't know. Like some of those meats on a Reuben kind of bother me a little bit. Steven's new tank is sick. It's not good. The Reuben. I don't think I really. First off, I hate sauerkraut. I can't stand it. I used to work at Sheets, and when a person would order sauerkraut in their hot dog, I wouldn't make it. I'd have to get one of my coworkers to make it. It smelled so bad. Um, yeah, one fish, two fish. So here's the deal. In the mall that my local fish store, Click and Fish, is located in physically, um, it has a food court, and all of the actual chain restaurants, fast food places um, that were there are no longer there. They used to have a Chick-fil-A, not anymore. They used to have a Wendy's, no more. They used to have a Taco Bell, and oh my gosh, you all know how much I love Taco Bell. I think I want Taco Bell right now. The drive-thru's open late. Fair Mountain Dew is just the regular Mountain Dew. I'm a purist, sorry. Uh, but these have all this stuff, and then it's dying. You're right, malls are dying, and it's all becoming all fashion parks now. Outdoor fashion parks. I'm sorry, I don't like shopping in person unless it's at the fish store, the local fish store, Goodwill, thrift stores, things like that, and Amazon and Walmart because it's where I can go get some cheap fish stuff and groceries, and they give me money back if it's cheaper somewhere else. Um, so LJ Regency is um, they're renovating and trying to change more into a fashion park, so it should help the mall out, therefore help out Click and Fish as well. And Anik has some pretty cool, and Milan both obviously, but I talked to Anik about it more for his plans for what they want to do with the store and what their plans are. Just really awesome, and they aren't even going to need a physical location in the mall for what their plans are, which are really cool. Just like cool stuff. Fish Tropic is in the house. Welcome, Fish Tropic. Speaking of using science as, observational science is proof, and definitely a great example of that. It's old becoming new again. Oh, I know, you're right. I wasn't alive in the 60s or 70s. I'm sorry. But you're right. Like, there's a local mall to me uh, called Willow Lawn, and Willow Lawn is it was outdoor kind of thing, and now they've made it even more outdoory, kind of like campus style. Aquatic Jack. I talked to Anik about that on Friday, and um, he said that they are gonna start shipping shrimp. I think he said in about I think he said 2 weeks, and he said that they're going to start shipping fish, like simple fish, like guppies and things like that, um, in the springtime when it warms up a little bit more. Um, but he said and this completely makes sense. So here's the deal for what they said. What Anik said at Click and Fish. He said that uh, there's this customer one time that ordered one. The customer's me, by the way. That wanted just one. No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, they are going to have a minimum sale on on like obviously not going to ship just one red cherry shrimp across the entire country because that would be like whatever. Let's say $20 in shipping to ship it to the DC area. Is $20 shipping really worth a $2.99 shrimp? Not really. So that's why it makes it more worth the while to have a minimum order, which I completely makes sense. You want one ram's horn. Well, LJ, I'm not sure if mine are still alive. I gave them to a the coworker friend of mine. And I'm not sure how they're doing in there. I don't know what's going on. I will definitely tell him that. Aquatic Jack. You want one ram's horn. Well, LJ, I do know that Clickenfish does have ram's horns. Wait, we want one ram's horn? Ram's horn snail. Yeah, okay. LJ, I've got like 100 at least ram's horn snails. So one ram's horn. Oh, it was a shipping joke. No. Yeah, because their ram's horns are like the regular ram's horns like 20 cents or some 29 cents, and their blue ram's horns are like 50 cents or 70 cents, or I don't know. I mean, the fish nerd, he was saying that he found that blue ram's horn snails are basically worth 20 cents a piece, and blue ram's horns are worth $1 a piece. And this tank, my shrimp tank, is filled with all blue ram's horns. Um, exactly, have them charge shipping unless the customer sends like a hunt. Exactly, that's a very good point. Um, so, oh, here, I'll do it right here. Here's the link. Mr. B's Fish and Things. Might trade some of my aquarium co-op goodies with a dude for 20 gallon long if he's interested. I would think he'd be interested. I mean, that's a pretty cool. I think it's a pretty awesome trade. Another great feature of local fish clubs: you can make group purchases to reduce the cost of shipping. Exactly. Lumpy Dog 33 got him 11. Henry, yes. Give you plenty of brown ones. Did I ever? Not yet, Aquatic Jack. I went on there on Friday. I actually didn't buy anything, which was surprising. But it was because I was coming straight home. I couldn't go to school. So if I got anything at the store, I'd have to bring it home, and uh, I couldn't hide it from the wife, obviously, because my wife said no more fish stuff. So, thank you, Turbofish from Nano Aquatics for sub number 33. I set the set the bell here. They're good. Need to lie down. Yeah, well, get better, LJ. Thank you for stopping by. It was good to see you, and I hope everything continues to improve. Hope you do feel better. Thank you for stopping by. Why? What? V boy, do you mean why aren't ram's horns more popular? Because they breed like crazy. They're basically like guppies of the snail world. My thoughts on pine cone disease. Oh, geez. I had crevensis are pretty. You're right. You're right, Captain Savage. No delay compared to on YouTube. But my thoughts on pine cone disease. Fish Tropic with the great deep thought questions once again. Um, Captain Spicy's here, everybody. I was just thinking about you today with your macro videos and everything. I'm missing you around. Hope everything is well. But got to answer Fish Travels question. So last year I had one of my first guppies that I had last year. Um, last year to drop fry. She got huge, like really quick, got really huge, and then she started her scales started to like expand and literally looked like a pine cone. And thanks to the help from the fishman, in fact, I think it was Susan for SLC Aquatics that helped me to diagnose it. It was pine cone. Eventually, she did die, and it was really sad. I think pine cone disease is absolutely horrible, disgusting. It ticks me off, and I really felt bad. And it, like what Susan from SLC Aquatics said, it eventually causes kidney failure. Crebensis are pretty. I really do think that they should be better, but they just breed so much. Are crebensis as dumb as guppies? No. Are ram's horn snails as dumb as guppies? Probably yes. What do you do with 3,000 pro? I've got to look that one up. Is hold on? Is that a bull shark? I gotta look that one up, Captain Spicy. I really have missed seeing you on here. Just seeing your videos pop up. Seeing, I mean, your videos, like I was thinking, your videos. Oh, wow. I should know that. Um, I was thinking, anyways, kind of, I was thinking about how relaxing your videos were, and how it was just like that's kind of what my moment of Zen moment at the end of my Saturday video was inspired by on Saturday. It does creep you out. What is Lumpy Dog went to the LFS on Sunday and bought more fish food. They were having $1 and $2 fish sale. It would have been rude of me to not buy something small. School of Giant Danny this time. Huh. What causes pine cone disease? I don't think it's a parasite. Is it a fungus? I don't know. I've never researched, and fish tropic. You've definitely caught my weakness. When it comes to fish, is um, my weakness is definitely fish diseases. Charles Fish Tanks is definitely much better at fish diseases in than I am. So I will definitely be honest there. Uh, Self's gonna can of green beans 1 week for supper. Give each tank some. So it's a digestive issue. Yeah, I do give my um, tank with my breeding for profit, which is actually my self-sustaining hobby tank, was what it actually will be. I give that a can of green beans. Basically, um, goes about a can a week is how much they're going through right now. Um, it's a bacteria infection and buildup of fluids from poor water quality or too much bloodworms. Thank you. I honestly didn't. I really don't. I'm gonna try to sink that in my head right now. Yeah, Captain Savage, I do like live streaming on Instagram. It's a lot faster, a lot better. But I do like the chat and stuff a little bit better on YouTube. And YouTube is I just you don't have a 1 hour limit. A lot of other things. So V-Buoy, what did I do with the leech that invaded my tank? I cut it into tiny pieces and it dried up the next day. So far, it's the only leech that I've found in my tank, which is really disturbing. When it comes to diseases, be like use general cure and erythromycin XX. Yeah, I think Bob Steenfott also does that too. Um, I already have cans of green beans, but if you want to drop in, a handful of green beans to the Bristol Nose Plecos, you're welcome to. Just ask me. Can I explain water tension? Yes, I can explain water tension. Water. I also was reading a study that water tension has a lot to do with sickness, also. Huh. So water tension. How would that cause pine cone disease? So water tension is dealing with the atomic bond of the water. V-Boy, yes. Water tension deals with the atomic bond of the water, and so that, but with bacteria, water tension trapping the. No, I don't think you're trolling Fish Tropic. You're definitely making me think here. Um, how would water tension? Because I know the water tension, like the algae that grows on the surface of water. Um, uh, Algae that grows on the surface of the water is able to live there because of the surface tension. So therefore, hold on, I'm getting there. Hold on. It's like just outside the reach of my head. Um, the okay, the bacteria. There's bacteria that can live on the surface of the water. And by having aeration and movement of water, it breaks the bacteria up so the colony cannot grow. And I forget what that bacteria is called, but that bacteria is, it's actually harmful to humans too, as well. That bacteria is, but aeration of the water breaks the surface tension of the water, which then does not allow the bacteria to grow, which would then prevent the pine cone disease from spreading. Wow, Fish Tropic, you really worked my brain out there. I'm worn out from that. That was mentally straining. That was like mentally running a 5K, I think. I have no idea. Hydrogen bond. So you have the two hydrogens of water bond with each other. That's what creates. That's what gives water the surface tension. Stagnant water is, as we all know, a bad thing and thus needs flow, and tension erupts, stays static. So lack of oxygen in the water also would. Hi, Island Queen. Change the fish tanks water. We need to break to promote oxygen exchange. Exactly, oxygen there. But oxygen will also keep the fish health up, which will keep their immune system better. Bacteria from the water surface could potentially reduce. Yes, it would. If the, like Mary Beth just said, if the water tension is not broken, oxygen exchange cannot happen. Water becomes stagnant. Low oxygen levels of water can increase the number of bacteria colonies, as well as the number of things, benthic macroinvertebrates that are symbols of poor water quality could actually live there, whereas high water quality benthic macroinvertebrates are bottom dwelling macroinvertebrates, things that are big enough you can see that don't have a backbone. They will live there. Lower water quality, lower immune systems, lower ecosystem in your tank, increased bad bacteria, etc. I think that should pretty much cover it all over the place right there. But back to Captain Spicy's question about that scientific species name, I forget off the top of my head, but he was talking about, you're right, Rofex, one little air stone could fix the entire problem. You could spend less than $10 and fix the entire problem of losing the fish just with one little air stone and a small air pump would fix it. That air stone also increases oxygen level in the water as well, and air exchange, gas exchange, etc. Captain Spicy asked me about that scientific name, which is actually the blue crayfish. That's not what I wanted to have. Anyways, it's the blue crayfish, which used to be like, that was my first breeding for profit idea that I had back when I was in my first year of college. I wanted to breed a bunch of them. And my thought was, hey, if they sell for $20 in a pet store, I can sell them for $5 a piece to the fish store, and they have 800 babies. That's like $3,000 if I get a few females that are breeding, and that's awesome amount of profit off of my little thing, off my little hobby. But the problem is that local fish stores, whenever they order the blue crayfish, at the time, not anymore, the only ones that the wholesalers would send in were males. So obviously you can't have baby crayfish with just males. But now I have started to see blue crayfish, males and females, can be absorbed through glass tanks, because glass, of course, glass breathes. Well, glass is made of sand, so therefore it is technically slightly porous. But it's really a smooth surface because the sand molecules, silica molecules have pretty much bonded together. I prefer to use vinegar instead. It's a little bit more natural. But really quick, Instagram, thanks everybody for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed your questions. I appreciate all the views that I got tonight. Please come check out my YouTube channel, Mr. Science Geek. Find me on Facebook. Facebook.com/MrScienceGeek. I respond to messages on there, usually faster than I can on Instagram. But check out my videos. It's a much more enjoyable experience on YouTube. So go subscribe to me there. And please subscribe to Nano Aquatics. Thank you to everybody for stopping by. Captain Savage, Island Queen, and V-Boy for joining. And stay tuned and stay fishy. 44 viewers on Instagram this time. Not as good as last week, but hey, not bad. So yeah, I prefer to use Windex on, not Windex, but vinegar on my fish tanks. But I actually use just a wet paper towel usually. That's what I usually use. You have 2 orange dwarf Mexican crayfish. I would avoid using Windex to clean fish tanks just because that's just my personal preference. I just use a wet paper towel with water, or at the very most a little bit of vinegar mixed with water as well. Procambrius alani, that's the blue crayfish, breed like crazy. 3 females produced 3,000 eggs. Let me bring this back down here now that I can just focus on one place here. I think it'll be a little bit better. They really crazy. 3,000 eggs have 300 cleaning as a cloth. 3,000 babies. Thank you. I do love their activity. So the Celestial Pearl Dania videos you're seeing, I actually recorded a few hours ago in my daughter's nano tank, the 5-gallon, in her room. I do like the Celestial Pearl Danias. I love the Darios even more. I would like to breed Celestial Pearl Danios. I haven't really made an active effort in breeding the Celestial Pearl Danios yet. But yeah, these ones are very well fed, very active, very fully grown. Definitely do have some males and females. I think more males than females, which is a problem. They could be filled with eggs. I might do a large water change with some cooler water. I've heard, and gracious, it makes sense that would bring them into spawning. But I also need to actually turn the tank light off as well, because I know that regular Danios, it helps with the light cycle to get regular Danios to breed. Dark for 2 days. Ooh, see, that's not gonna work. That's gonna be a problem because it's my daughter's room and her fish tank is like her nightlight. But maybe, I don't know. So I can figure it out. But yeah, it is the wrong season for breeding. Dark for 2 days. Yeah, I heard it was something with the light cycle. Yeah, that makes sense. Aquarium towels hanging in every corner of the fish room, just wipe glass with them. Yeah. Yeah, so Aquatic Jack, I had these Lesser Pearl Danios outside last summer, and they didn't breed at all. But that might be because I'm pretty sure all I had last summer was males. But anything I breed dark for 2 days seems to work. That makes sense. I mean, hey, if you're speaking from experience, I'm going with that. I'll definitely take that tip of dark for 2 days and then light back on in the mornings when I heard they'll do it. And does a water change tend to help with that too, Fish Tropic? That's what Ray's Aquarius said. I think that's what how she got them to happen. But it is, yeah, it's wrong season. I'll probably take them outside, heavy water change for the week. I'll probably bring them back outside again for summer tubbing again this year, and see how they do. Keep everything really sterile. Things aren't going to be very sterile outside, but that would be very important with the fry and the eggs. I know, especially as far as the fungus goes. Water changes with cooler water will often inspire. And Mr. B's fishing things, that is absolutely what I have found to be true with the Apistos. Whenever I do a large water change or or I moved fish to a different tank, um, I have found that that caused the uh, apistos to breed. Makes sense. Sounds all about right. Someone says something. Water change helps with everything. Yeah, Rob, you're right. Water change helps with everything but the relationship with your wife. That's right, because the time it takes. But sometimes she likes a little break from me. Feed them herring too. Everybody here should be feeding herring at this point. Island Queen is liking a bunch of my posts right now on Instagram, and it's giving me all those notifications right now are kind of distracting. 100 gallon is definitely deep enough. I haven't fully decided what I'm going to keep in the 100 gallon yet. If I, but the Celestial Pearl Daniels are definitely in the running for that if I can get them to breed in there. Because it's way too big to get to have the Pistos to breed. Don't really care that much about the mud guppies to put them in that big of a tank. I don't trust it enough to be outside to have the super red bristlenose plecos to breed out there. I'm not. They're going to stay inside this summer. They'll stay inside my house. I will probably have a split colony of panda guppies, one inside, one outside, just to make sure I don't put all my eggs in one basket. Blonde guppies might go outside fully. Mud guppies will go outside fully, probably in just one of those rope handle tubs. But what I really love is to have, if I could get the Montezuma swordtails or Xiphophorus, I'm not pronouncing that genus name correctly, Montezuma. If I could get those, I would love to have them in the 100 gallon stock tub, no question, because that would be great. But I would definitely keep them inside when I first got them, because I don't trust like birds or whatever from taking them away. Let them breathe in a 5 gallon split. Leave them for 2 nights. Take the parents, put over to the other side, and then lay there too. Then remove the adults in 2 days. That sounds like an awesome plan for the breeding. Captain Savage is back on YouTube World. Nice. 34 Nano Aquatics got another subscriber. Thank you. Let me go and I gotta check this out here. I don't need that open, really, do I? Oh wait, yes I do, because that would be the webcam that you all are watching. Yeah, hold on, let me open this back up. Sorry, YouTube people. I forgot the camera's on here. Whoops, sorry. Got a nice shot of my chair. Sorry about that. Was distracted by the phone, which is a problem. Oh, that's a good deal. Sorry, I was looking into a deal on. Wow, that was a nice shot. Y'all got me right there. Super close face shot. Up close and personal with MrScienceGeek. No, but guy from the Instagram live stream, local, found the deal on the 20 gallon longs that are a really good deal, and was sending me a message to them. So sorry for all the really bad camera angles on the webcam recently. Sorry I've been distracted by deals better than $1 per gallon sale. Good job, Flynn. Glad you finished your math homework. Probably better than I could do on the math homework. I'm horrible at math. I mean, actually, I was pretty good at it apparently. When I got into college, I tested into the highest level of math that they offered. So, yet, I don't know. it was ridiculous. I just don't enjoy math. And there's the first yawn. And I'm very impatient when it comes to like simple math, so I hurry up and get the answer, and then it's usually wrong, so I rush through it. So, window. So, back to like an hour ago, probably, I think. What was I talking about an hour ago? I think I already said it, actually. Oh, geez. I'd have to work that on pay. Oh, geez. I like 20-gallon long tanks too. They are good breeders. They are definitely good for the pistos to go in. Um, they're definitely nice. Now I'm thinking, so I have three 20-gallon longs. It couldn't fit there. I'm trying to think about where the 20 gallons could fit. Awesome. My pencil sharpener will be here tomorrow. Yeah, bring on one more question, then I'm going to end the stream. Hopefully I can answer this one, or at least think through it. Don't hurt the guy. Yeah. One more question, I'm going to end the stream. So it's not a matter of time, it's a matter of answering the question. What is the best substrate for all-around use? Well, good question that you asked, because I'm supposed to be, and I need to, and I haven't forgotten Chris from Ultimate Tank Addiction. I'm supposed to be filming or getting video, or recording would be a better term. The video on his beginner fishkeeper series on substrate, and I actually have bare bottom tanks. I have rainbow unicorn vomit gravel. I have sand. I have not fluval. What's that? Fluorite. There we go. Fluorite gravel and pool sand. As long as you go through it, works. And I also have. I haven't set it up though or added it yet. I do have basically pea gravel or aquarium gravel. And it all depends on what you're trying to go for. If you're trying to go for breeding, then most fish, breeding for profit, most fish, whatever, etc., guppies, etc., are do fine with bare bottom. Some fish, as you said, fish tropic, like the Celestial Pearl Danios and Aquatic Jack said, a substrate for the fry to hide, but you could get the same thing with Java moss. Sand in the impellers can be a problem. That's why in my sand tank, it is a tank that has just a sponge filter. And the gravel is large, it's good. If you have enough fish waste coming down, then that would be adequate for plants. So it all depends on what you plan on doing. If you have fish with barbels like, say, Corys with the little sensitive barbels, then you don't want sharp rocks. You want smooth rocks like the fake stuff, or even bare bottom or sand would be good for them. They would start up nicely. So basically, all depends on what you plan on keeping. So someone asked a good question. What's my aragonite, whatever how you pronounce it, is good for snail? And my favorite size tank, my most common size tank, because I'm cheap, is 10 gallons. My favorite size at this point is there's so many benefits to so many tank sizes. Um, you're absolutely right, Aquatic Jack. Bare bottom tanks are dangerous because of the lack of beneficial bacteria. Um, but I usually have enough plants in those bare bottom tanks um, that there's enough place for bacteria to live in, and sponge filters as well, that will have the bacteria, a place for the bacteria to grow. But as far as size, favorite money tank, yeah, I still have a beta fish in my classroom, um, but let's say as far as sizes, I like 20-gallon longs for. I think a fully sized pistos is good. I like 30 gallons. I just like the shape of a 29-gallon for having like the three different levels, and having like a live bear 30-gallon tank is just nice, I think. Then I like 55 gallons because they are the best big tank for your money because they're so mass produced, and that really does start to open up your world of what you can keep. You can't keep an Oscar fully grown or large catfish, obviously, but you can start to keep a lot more things when you get a 55. So there's so many benefits to so many things. 10 gallons. I'm more so in the world of 10 gallons right now as far as usefulness and breeding and things like that. Um, but 20 gallons are definitely awesome as well. You're absolutely right, Mr. B's Fish and Things. Footprint is far more important than gallons. That's why I like the 20-gallon long better than the 20-gallon tall. It's, uh, 20-gallon long basically also has the end. That's why I like the 29-gallon, because it basically has the same footprint as a 20-gallon long, but it just has more visual, aesthetically pleasingness, and that's not even the right word, to the side of it. 50-gallon low boy, that's a nice one, but that's so the price per gallon on a 50-gallon low boy is just not quite there in my opinion. Um, but I've definitely thought about low boys and stuff a lot. Of rack, you can have a rack of a bunch of low boys. That'd be so cool. Just have, I mean, just think you have like one for shrimp, because shrimp don't need a lot of vertical space, and one for like, guppies or whatever, and one for so many options with low boys. But the problem is, like I said, is the price per gallon. It isn't really there in my opinion with low boys. But yeah, a rack of low boys, just the options that you would have. You could have like what they're actually designed for, like a frag tank a little bit, I think. I think it's what they're designed for, isn't it? I mean, you could have like so many cool fish you could have in there. I love water tubs too. There's so many. That's 125. Already ordered the FX6. Nice. Gee. Aquatic Jack, sounds like you're getting back into the hobby faster than what you thought, which is good. It's good to see that. Stack 3 high. Oh, I'm getting low boys. I'd like to have them like, because they're so short. I mean, you can have like what, 5 high? The tank. Have a tank 1, but you want more, but housing, internet, electric, phone, auto insurance are more needy. Absolutely, that's where you got to put your needs and wants and put them into a good list and find out your priorities. I am very lucky. I've been in the hobby for so long, so many times that I um, have stuff left over from previous excursions and delves into the hobby. I have a lot of stuff left over. Local fish club is also a great place to get great deals on things. Um, and and Oh, but also I've gotten a lot of free tanks recently too. Like Aquatic Jack gave me 4 10 gallons. Uh, that was really awesome of him. And the 100-gallon stock tub. Uh, and It goes from breed like mad in your 100-gallon water tub. Huh. 55s are nice for plants. You're absolutely right, Mr. B's fish and things. Um, what's that saying here? Oh, but got a 20-gallon long from a student last year for free because it was in their attic and it was just taking up space. Um, if I ever see a 220 high Marineland tank, oh, I would want it. Yeah, if I could find the space for it, but I couldn't get that past the wife. That would not get approved. I know where I could put that. Um, and Got a 10-gallon free from a student this year that was once again taking up space, and they're about to throw it away. So that's why I tell people, I'm like, I don't want to take your tank, but if you're gonna throw it away or you're just gonna donate it to Goodwill or whatever, then yes, I will take your 10-gallon or your 20-gallon or whatever. But don't go out and don't give me your tank if you want. If you're actually going to use it. I do love 20-gallon longs better than 20 highs. Yep, absolutely right, Rob. Um, Kids grew up, turned room into a fish room. Yeah, my plan, my dream would be to be able to build a. Let me turn this. Is bugging me like crazy. Would be to build a garage. I don't have a garage. I don't have a basement either. We have an attic, but it's not insulated or climate controlled. I'd love to. I can't build a garage really. That's kind of a bad idea. But I would love to build a garage and would have um, um, and have obviously the car in one part of it, and the rest of it would be fish. Would be my fish section slash where I keep my junk. Uh, yeah, fish shop. You're right. I have a third of an acre, which I know in some areas that's huge, and I'm fully happy with having a third of an acre. Um, they're about 2 feet long, I think, 24 inches. I think is the dimension. I could be wrong, but um, I don't get me wrong. I love having a third of an acre. It's a lot faster with cutting grass, a lot less to manage. It's just the right size, just enough to where what I would want to have, um, and. Uh, Tubs are great for the summertime, but not for the wintertime when I need to bring my fish inside. Um, but To have a garage like where the where my tubs are, it is great. Um, it's great space, and that will be where I'd put my garage probably, and then I could build a fish room. I would insulate it and have it climate controlled to where at least wouldn't go below like 55 or whatever, and hopefully wouldn't go above like 80, just shy of 100 acres. Welcome to Canada. Yeah, my parents live 20 minutes from me, 25 minutes from me, and they have 85 acres. So build a greenhouse with tubs and a water wall. Yeah, the water wall would keep things cooler in the summertime. Um, yeah, the county I live in used to be a lot of farms, but now it's turning into houses. Yeah, so for me, a third of an acre is manageable for me. I like it, but it's not huge, which I have no problem with. Once again, I'm not jealous of people that have a lot more land. Although if I had more land, obviously, yes, I'd be doing some really crazy things. Lots of crazy things. So I thought about a greenhouse, maybe a small greenhouse, but tiny house, village, and collect the rent. Yeah, that'd be. I've thought about doing that too, but obviously not in my backyard here. Cut about an acre of grass. Yeah, that's true. My parents' farm's 86 acres, and it's if they cut the pastures, it takes all day, which is crazy. 'Cause back when I used to live there in college, I used to cut the grass. It would literally take 10 to 12 hours to cut all the grass on a zero turn radius mower. Um, there are three, four people from Canada on here. That's just that I know of. Kevin Spicy, Mr. B, and Rob Hicks, and Fish Tropic, all from Canada. Great people. Rick, you need a 50-gallon and a 100-gallon pond in my yard. I'm trying to convert to gallons. So a 20-gallon is about 37 times 2 is 70. It's about 74 liters. A 20-gallon long is about 74 liters, I think, if I'm doing the math correctly. And Flynn, I forgot about Flynn. You're right. Flynn is from Canada as well. So a 50-gallon. So I have a 100-gallon stock tub thanks to Aquatic Jack, and I might have a good night, Heather. Thanks for stopping by. I might get another 100-gallon stock tub this summer. I don't know. See if I can, if the budget can have room for that. But things will be really tight. We're going to be paying for 2 kids in childcare next year, and that's going to be super crazy expensive. I know I'm spending. This stinks. I should probably just end it here. Internet's, who knows what's going on. I paid my internet bill. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I know there's a lag. I'm sorry. But I guess I'll go ahead and end it here. It's been almost an hour and a half now. If you go to the fish club, we can meet Corey and Corvus. Yes. Wait, what were you saying that to? Yeah, Corvus, I was in his live stream this week, and Jack and I was talking on his live stream, and he saw me pop up, and he mentioned you, Jack, that you were talking about me to him and Corey, which is really cool. Man, I believed you, but it was just really cool that he remembered the conversation and said that I had an open invitation to join the Real Fish Talk table if I could ever come out there to uh, Washington State. I was like, that's pretty cool. I told my wife, and she just laughed about us going to Washington State because, whew, that's not really the plans on the works right now, considering we've got a 4-year-old and a baby on the way. That's not really a possibility right now to fly, especially. But who knows? Yeah, that was a pretty cool one. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. It is late. I need to take the milk jugs out on the front porch, get them ready for the milkman to stop by. Already taking the trash can in the driveway. I would like to actually finally post one of these live streams. I know it's been a while since I've done that. Posted a live stream, which I know I should be doing that, but I've been enjoying editing over the past week, and that's been fun. And I mean, this is just tags, titles, description, keywords, and things like that, so it wouldn't be that bad. Um, so, um, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. But everybody, thank you for stopping by. I do appreciate you taking time out of your night. And once again, Rob Hicks, thank you so much for donating to my PayPal.me. That is super cool of you, in the words of Corey. Really do appreciate that once again. Everybody go subscribe to everybody that's in the chat you can find. Definitely go subscribe to Nano Aquatics. Help out the next generation of fish keepers. And subscribe to their channels. Next week, I'll probably be featuring another young fish keeper's channel. I might be live streaming this Wednesday. I got a request from a hobbyist in Pennsylvania through Instagram, has requested to do Google Hangouts co-live stream together. So, and so I might be doing that this Wednesday. It'll be, if I do, I'm going to try and get it to happen around 7 p.m. Eastern time. But we'll see how that goes, if I can get that approval from the family and everything. So everybody definitely go subscribe to Mr. B's Fishing Things as well. He's new as far as my eyes. I saw him on Multi Addictions live stream on Saturday. Thank you, One Fish, Two Fish. I'm glad you found a lot of this informationally satisfying. I hope. I do like to provide information over entertainment, but if I can do both, then great. But information and education is always first. Um, so you should always, yeah, I should always post my live. I know, but the past few weeks have been getting forgetful, and I don't even know, forget what they were even about in the past few weeks sometimes. So anyways, thank everybody for stopping by. Subscribe to everybody. Hit the like button if you haven't already. That'll be great. Share my channel, share everybody's channels on social media. Follow me on Instagram at MrScienceGeek. Go follow, like, whatever, my Facebook page, MrScienceGeek. Message me on there. I usually respond to that as quickly as I can, as long as I'm not in school or driving or sleeping, obviously. I will try to breed those CPDs, fish tropic, yes. And this one's a keeper. I only messed up like a few times on this live stream tonight and said more than I really probably wanted to. But I think that's about it. Go watch everybody's all videos playlist. I've got one. I was watching Monster Tank Addictions all videos playlist. I follow him in real life. That's funny and creepy. But anyways, thank you for giving me time out of your night. I'm gonna stop rambling. And I'm just gonna go ahead and end this stream here. Let me find where this is down here. So stay tuned and stay fishy, people. Make sure this clears and everybody hears and doesn't get caught off halfway through the sentence.